Shalom, shalom. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Reverend Pastor Sama Hastings, and I'm a YouTuber from Cameroon, a content creator, a Christian content creator. And today I'm about to answer a question that I get asked a lot very often during service or during evangelism. I get to meet people that would always want to ask me this particular question. And this is the question. It would be like, if God is omniknowest, if God knows everything, why would He create the tree of the knowledge of good and evil and place in the garden if He knows that Adam and Eve would disobey Him and eat the fruit, and then sin will come into the world? If He knows everything, why would He keep the fruit there? Why would He place the fruit there at the first place? So if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel as we answer this question, and also don't forget to drop your comments and please share. Thank you very much as we get into this wonderful content. Okay, now I want to read to you this passage where this question comes from. It's actually coming from the book of Genesis, chapter number 2, from verse 17, which reads, "But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die." God said that you can freely eat of all the fruits, all the good options He gave, including the tree of life, the best option. But the only do not eat option was the tree that bears the fruits of the knowledge of good and evil. And something you need to really bear in mind, that the things in opposite to the will of God always looks appealing. The Bible said after Eve was deceived by the serpent, who was possessed by the devil, it says that the fruit looked good to eat. It looked appetizing to eat. It looked as though as though it is worthy to give wisdom. That is how things opposite to God's instruction will always look like. Reason I'm going to explain. You have to understand that God, our creator, He's a relational being. You get? God is a relational being and God is love. There is nothing in this world that is compared to love. The Bible said that God is love and He will not change. Before He created us, He was love. He is love and He will always be love. So before He created this world, He was faced with several options. Either to be on His own like the way He was before He created us, or to create a world that had just angels, or to create a world, the kind of world we are in today, without the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, or to create this world that we are in today with the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So in all these options that God had, the only world that it is possible to live in with the existence of love is the options that we are in today. This world we live in today with the ability to choose is the only world in which love is possible. You cannot love when you are faced with just one option. You cannot compare two things when you have just one before you. You cannot say between US and Canada, you love US. How can you say you love US when you are only faced with US as a choice? Only when you have Canada, then you can now, if you still choose US, it means you truly love US because there is a second option. And remember, the second option will always look appealing. So for love to be possible, God actually placed this instruction that this is what has been placed before you, but choose me, eat of the tree of life, and choose me. Choose to respect me so that your love can be seen. Your love can be tested. Your love can be real. Because if you are compelled to have just me, God, you cannot say you love me. Because what else is there for you to love? The only time Adam mentioned bone of my bone was because he saw something else than what he has been seeing. Remember, after God said, let us make man out of our image, or after God said, let us make man a helpmate, the very next verse, God went and started making animals as for them to be helpmates to Adam. So if Adam would have accepted them as though they are his helpmates, it would have been that Adam was compelled to. But now God also made another version of Adam. And when Adam saw this version, Adam said, the bone of my bone, the flesh of my flesh, because Adam had seen the animals that God brought before him, and Adam had also seen this woman that God brought before him. So now he chose this woman and said, now for this cause, a man shall leave his house and get cleaved to his wife. That is where love is possible, when you're faced with two choices. So God never wanted to leave, they wanted to compel us. And no matter how we ask or no matter how we complain, he will always remain the same. He's not an intruder. He doesn't impose. He places before you life and death, and he tells you to choose life. So if you choose life, it means you really love life. Life and death are placed in your tongue. So you have to choose the one you want. So remember, the reason why God placed the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, it is because that is the only situation whereby love can truly be tested. That is the only situation whereby love can really be real. When you have two options, when you have several options, but you choose one. When you have several women in this world, but you choose one to get married to, that is love. When you have several cars to buy, and you choose this one car to buy, that is love. When you have several gods to choose from, say money is a difference. Money is a god. But when you choose to serve God, it means you actually love God more than money. But if you are faced with just God, your love is not tested. Not tested. Jesus' fidelity, Jesus' love for God could never be tested until the devil came after his fasting and asked him that if you know you are, turn this one into bread. Then he had to defeat him to show that truly he loves God. So a world without love is a world without God. And a world without choice is a world without love. Thank you and God bless you.